Hello, grade 11. Welcome to this video. So this is Miss Brianna, your English teacher, of course. In this video, I will show you what you need to study for your English exam on Thursday. So you have an English exam on Thursday, January 28th. You can take it in the morning, the afternoon, or the evening on Thursday, anytime for you. You have 1 hour after you open the exam, you have 1 hour to complete it. Please do not use your book and do not ask your friends or family for help. So the exam is online. Do not come to school, it's online. You will go to eschool and click on exams, and then you can open the English exam. So first I will show you what to study for the exam, and then I will show you an example of what the exam will look like. If you have questions after this video, you can message me on my WhatsApp or on eSchool and ask me any questions. Again, this exam will be on Thursday. And if you are a student in Zaho, this is not important for you. You do not have an exam. Only the students in Duhok have an exam on Thursday. So if you are grade 11 in Duhok, this is very important. Okay, so let's first look at what you need to study for the exam. I will share my screen with you. Okay. Grade 11 study guide for January 28. Here are the items that you will need to study. We'll look at them one at a time, and you can also check below the video, and they are listed below as well. Number 1, study how to use who, which, and that from Unit 1, Lesson 2, page 5 in your student book. So you can open to page 5 in your student book. Here we see relative clauses with who, which, and that. For example, the people who, or that, live in the south speak Arabic. There are parts of Iraq which, or that, are deserts. Remember, we use who when referring back to people. We use which when referring back to things. And in both cases, we can also use that. So practice using who, which, and that. Next, read the articles on Unit 1, Lesson 3, page 6, and know how to define the terms, the words ancient remains, tourism, and resorts. So in your exam, you will need to read this. So you can practice now. You can practice by reading this. And you will need to define the words ancient remains, tourism, and resorts. Define means tell me what the word means. For example, ancient remains. Ancient remains are old buildings or walls or things from hundreds of years ago. Tourism, this is when people from other countries come to your country for vacation or holiday. And resorts are places for tourists to come and have a vacation or holiday. Resorts are usually in beautiful places. Many of them have swimming pools. So practice reading this. Practice defining or telling me what these words mean. Ancient remains, tourism, and resorts. Number 3, you can study the modes of transportation on Unit 2, Lesson 1, page 12. You can see these here. Study these words. Some of these will be very easy, some more difficult. In your exam, I will show you some pictures and you will need to label the picture. For example, there will be a picture of a motorbike and you will need to write motorbike. So study all of these words. Number 4, study the use of can and could from Unit 2, Lesson 4, page 15. Remember, can refers to general ability. I can drive, you can speak English. Could refers to ability to do one thing. For example, I could speak Kurdish to you, but I will speak English. Or I couldn't stop at the traffic light, I was going too fast. So can means in general, I can do this or I can't do this. Could refers to one specific thing. So practice these sentences here. Next, study the use of present perfect continuous in Unit 3, Lesson 2, page 21. Here we see an example of present perfect continuous. This is when we use the words have been, have lost. It refers to completed actions that still affect the present. For example, we have been online for school because of COVID. This is something that happens in the past and is still true today. So there will be a couple of multiple choice questions that use this. So I just want you to be familiar with the words have been or have plus present tense verb. So yeah, this will be in multiple choice questions. So not very hard, but just be familiar with this. Okay, next, study the weather, nouns, and adjectives in Unit 3, Lesson 1, page 20. So flip back to page 20. Here we have some weather-related words. We have the noun and the adjective. We can say that is sun. Sun is the noun. But if I want to talk about the day, I can say the day is sunny as an adjective. I could say that is snow. Or I can say, oh, next week, the week will be snowy. So we have the nouns and the adjectives. Study these words. Remember the word temperature. Temperature refers to Celsius or Fahrenheit, how hot or how cold it is. This is temperature. Next, understand the term temperature is dropping from Unit 3, Lesson 1 through 2, pages 20 through 21. And I will just tell you, temperature is dropping means it is getting colder. It is dropping. Next, be able to write 8 to 10 sentences about the weather in Kurdistan through the year. So for one question, you will need to write 8 to 10 sentences about the weather. For example, in the spring, it rains. In the summer, it doesn't rain. It's very hot. In the fall, it's cloudy and a little cold. In the winter, it's very cold. Sometimes it snows, but it doesn't snow every year. So here's some examples for you. I want you to practice writing 8 to 10 sentences about the weather in Kurdistan. Next, be able to answer these questions. Can you drive a car? Do you have a license to drive? What age must you be to get your driver's license in Kurdistan? What do you think is a good age to get your driver's license? Are you scared or excited to drive? So practice these questions and answering them. So that is what you need to study. Here are the 9 items. The exam will have 20 questions. So each question is half a point. The exam is 10 points of your grade. So please study all of these things. You can check below this video for more, for the full list. It's 9 items, so they're also listed below. And you can always message me on eschool or WhatsApp if you have questions. Now I'm going to show you an example of what the exam will look like. So this is not the exam, this is just an example. So it will look like this. You will go to eschool, click exams, and there will be an English exam. The name of the exam will be here. You will have the time remaining here. There will be a message from me here. Some of your questions might look like this, where you need to type an answer. For example, I'm going to ask you to write about the weather. So you will write, the weather in Kurdistan in the spring is rainy. Okay, so you will need to type your answer. Some questions might look like this, where you're matching opposites or matching something. So you drag the item to make it match. See how I can move it and drag it. Some of your questions are short answers, so you just need to put the correct word here. For example, my name, Brianna, we put in the word is. Some questions might look like this, where you just need to type an answer. Where do you live? Hook. And some questions might look like number 5. This is a multiple choice question. So you will just need to select the correct answer. A dog is an A, color B, animal C, place. The answer is B, animal. So you'll click on it, and that's all you need to do for multiple choice. When you are finished, click submit, this green button at the top. Again, if you have trouble with Wi-Fi or something just goes wrong, I can help you. So call me or message me. If you have trouble, I can always open it for you again on Friday so you can complete it. So don't worry. I want you all to have enough time to complete the exam. Again, the exam will be open on eSchool on Thursday, January 28 from 1 a.m. in the morning to 11:55 p.m. at night. You can take it any time, but once you open it, you will only have 1 hour to complete it. Please do not use your book or other help, or your phone, or your friends, or your family. If you study, this exam will not be too hard for you, and you can do it all on your own. I want you to do your very best, and yeah, I'm excited to see your results. Okay, if you have any questions, let me know, and you can watch this video again to make sure you understand what to study for your exam. Goodbye, everyone.